There was a beautiful, beautiful computer crash. This has been happening more often. I need to take, if this happens again during this stream, I'm going to stop and I am going to start trying to clean the computer. It's getting more and more often. I'm afraid it's going to happen during dumpster talk. It's actually more likely than not going to happen during dumpster talk at this point. It is not related to Unity, as I've mentioned many times, and it's a full freeze. It's not a blue screen of death. It's a freeze. So what ends up happening is the whole computer's just locked. You can't even move the mouse. So I have to just restart the goddamn thing manually. And it's been happening more and more often. I think there's some kind of hard drive memory address problem or something like that. I need to get all of the hardware tested and checked. It sucks. I hate doing that kind of crap. It takes too long. I'll do it over the weekend if I have the choice, but if this keeps happening today, I'm just gonna have to do it today. I hope it doesn't. I hope we can fucking work on this instead. Um, the Unity editor log does not have information about this crash. I'm ignoring. I guess it does have, now it has build errors because we were in the middle of coding when this happened. Here we go. I should be back. I've turned the fan really hard on my GPU. It's not really even being taxed. I don't know what is happening to the computer, so that sucks. But I am now blowing my GPU fan and monitoring that. I don't think the GPU caused this at all. I think it was actually a hard drive. I think we've got a bad hard drive somewhere, and that it's increasingly being used for whatever reason and getting into this. Of course, I want to make this edit. Yes. And profiler off. This thing needs to come back over here. Full screen. There we go. Got another hour and 10 minutes. I think I can get this thing working, and I really want to get my consume to work too in this hour. We will not give up. We will get exactly what we want. This game reminds me of Mortal Kombat. It would be cool to have an item with a chain on it, like Scorpion has. They can throw and then grab them and pull them, because why not? That would be awesome. Make it the Zelda weapon, the hook shot, but it like pierces through your body. That's what I want. It should also double as an actual grappling hook that you can use on terrain. That would be fun. I think that would be a cool thing to add later. I gotta stick to the roadmap and make sure I don't go too far. This thing sure is having to think a lot because of the fucking computer getting shut down. I do wish Anthropic had some frickin' cached memory, but I suppose it protecting your data, if that's what they're really doing, is good. I don't know what they're doing. I don't believe a second that anybody says about data protection or any kind of privacy. All of that's horse crap. There's no such thing as privacy on the internet. If you think that there is, you're a fool. You've been duped. Everyone can see what you do on the internet. All I have to do is look. I'm serious. That's all it takes. So if you think you have privacy, it's because nobody's looking at all. That's the reason. Be aware of it. It's important to know. But one thing you can know, safe and sound, is that my game is not going to do anything with your data. The only internet that my game even has is with Twitch, and probably going to be YouTube as well, where it listens to chat channels. That is not a data write command, it's a data read command. So it does not output to the World Wide Web. It only reads. I guess it outputs requests to the World Wide Web to read, which is not hard. It's really not even the World Wide Web. That Twitch protocol is different. But yep, your data in this game will be protected. But the thing is, even that, it leaves traces on your hard drive of whatever crap that you put in here, whatever characters you decide to make. Like, even if you delete them, like, an expert can go back and look at the bits and see where the polarity or whatever is different on different clusters and try to make out old data. It's been done before. I've seen it. So just, yeah, there's no privacy out there on the computers. Don't think there is. Who needs privacy anyway? Privacy's fucking overrated. Everybody should be able to see you with your fucking dong out. It's no big deal. The only reason you don't is because I'm considerate of your feelings. I know you don't want to see my fucking dong in your face. God, this is taking forever. What the hell? I am streaming, right? Yeah, I am. to shit. Like, I mean, it looks like it's trying to do something. Normally, compilation errors of this simple variety are going to be gone in 60 seconds. These aren't even being written to yet. What do you want? They want money. Of course, they want money. I can interrupt this with escape, which I'm probably going to do. Anthropic might be down, or it might be over taxed. Maybe if I change models, it'll work. This is odd behavior. That's fine. That's not true at all. Okay, it definitely it misread the situation. I need to go to the bathroom. This thing is going to take a while. It's probably going to be ass. This is going to be a very long break. I don't think anybody's wasting their time watching this anyway, though, so it's really not a big deal. I'm going to go to take a dump. This is going to sit here. It's probably not going to do anything. I'm going to probably restart it, and that's where we're at. I'll be back. Oh, Lord. All right, didn't work. I thought so. So we're gonna have to redo this. Anthropic may be down, which means once again, um, although it lines right up with me crashing and burning like this. That doesn't make sense. What the hell is this? It's not what I wanted. Ugh. Yeah, that was Yuna. That's why. Okay, I don't want to beat Yuna. All right, and something's wrong. Look at this wrongness happening. I didn't put any of this in here. It looks like Opus is not working. Something's wrong. This is messed up. There's a haiku model now. Can't even handle this. I think it's down. That's what I think it is. I hope so. Let's close this and try the Claude Doctor command, which I've never done before. Damn. It is haiku working. So these models are dead, well, for whatever reason. If I go to Opus, Opus is broken. It will give me a error of some kind and inject a bunch of crap in my prompt, which I can't even tell if that worked or not. Good for you. Okay. All right, it is Opus right now. We're gonna stay Opus a little bit. All right. Jesus Christ. It's the last Kleenex. This is their ploy to try to get us to use our tokens quicker with Opus. They just disabled Sonnet to the point where it was not able to function. All right, let's see if the builders are actually gone. I'm expecting this is going to be worse than when I left it last time. I may revert. Reverting is equally okay. It wasn't that much time. Okay, they are resolved. Let's check it. Okay, see how the arm is going backwards? I think we have this. All we need to do is get that to point in the right direction and have both arms do it, not just one. And we will be in business with this and we can move on to the next thing. Which I know everything is taking forever, but we're getting it done. Sacrifices must be made for high quality gameplay. We absolutely have to be able to embed these items that get stuck in people. I should have done a checkpoint after that rotation was correct. This thing may mess it up to the point where I can't get back. That was an error. Hopefully I don't have to pay the price for it. Okay, let's see what happens. I hope that I did not make a costly mistake there. I could have. It's gonna cost me time if that's the case. If this isn't broken, it's not a big deal. But if it's broken, Oh, that's not good. It went the wrong way. It's not as bad as last time, though. I mean, we can still checkpoint this. It's still 180 degrees wrong. Refill time. That's an interesting way to solve it. They're going to make it a negative angle. We'll see if that works. I actually have some hope for this solution. The arms don't move at all now. Let me confirm. It's a beautiful backdrop. Animation disabling and re-enabling again. This is a trend I'm a little worried about. We do this on a lot of moves. We do this for the throw move. We do this for this move. And we do this for the pickup item move. We do a bunch of moves where we disable animation for a short amount of time and let the code take over. Always afraid that it's not going to be able to restore it properly when it's done, or that some glitch will happen because of some unforeseen measurement change between the time the animator didn't have control and the time that it does. Everything for both players. Now we're already getting to the usage limit of this bitch, and that fucking Sonnet is dead right now. Let Opus try to solve this right now. And then we're gonna try to switch models again. Because I don't want to fucking run out. I have shit I want to do. Okay. Pointing in the wrong direction again. If I turn my back to him, it points in the same direction. Hey, that's the right direction. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. It's only one arm. Both of them should do it. Okay, so it's gotten one correct response and one wrong one so far. It's going the correct way there. No problem. Here it's going the correct way. I like it. Okay, it looks like it actually is correct. So let's get it to clean this up. Hate to keep Opus going, but since it was successful. Oh yeah, I've been back a while. Sorry. The computer's been crashing, dude. It sucks balls. I will address the computer crashes if it continues again today before I'm done with this particular stream at 10:30, which is in like 50 minutes. This weekend I'll have time to really take care of the computer problems, but it's not the memory. I think it's a hard drive. I think that there is a hardware failure happening. It causes the computer to just freeze. It goes like this. And even the mouse doesn't work. It doesn't even blue screen. It's just absolutely and I've looked at the memory pools. They're not out when that happens. And it's not caused by Unity. It's caused by some other configuration problem. And again, I think it's a hard drive that should just be yanked out of here. But I have to deal with that this weekend. So I'm going to do it then. I do not want to do that today. I've been thinking about getting all this done, and I want to get this done. But yeah, memory is not it. It's 120. I have 120 gigabytes of RAM. We have not hit 100% ever. The VRAM hits 100% sometimes, but did not during this crash, during any of them, actually. And then the CPU also, it can top out. It often does, but it's not during the crashing times. I was not doing anything CPU intensive either. I think it's just some call being made by some background process to some memory address that's incorrectly calling on some hard drive spot, and it's going to some cluster that has nothing in it or something like that. That's what I feel like's happening. I have to get rid of the final spinning drives that I own and make it a not thing. I have no spinning drives. I think I have a couple spinning drives left on there. They need to be removed. I hate that this thing uses so many emojis. I want to slap it. SSDs are the best. I have mostly SSDs. I also have my operating system drives on the DIMM, which is the same kind of interface that they use for RAM. But I don't think it's that drive that's the problem. I don't think my OS drive is the issue. I think it's one of the other ones. They do cost. It sucks. Yep, that's what the OS drive is. But then I've got the Steam drive, and I've got both production drives, and then I have another drive full of old crap. And that drive, the F drive, F for fail, is the one I suspect is the problem drive that's causing all these crashes for me. It's just a feeling, though. I don't have any hard evidence to back that up. What I need to do is pull the drive, back the data up, and just see if anything changes. That's what I'm going to do, boot failure. I will just simply unplug the F drive and test and see if I have any more issues. Probably this will happen before I start producing the Dumpster Talk show tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is going to be a challenge because my daughter's going to be at camp all day. Camp, it's great because I don't have to take care of her. But at the same time, that leaves me and Kyle with the ability to hang out all day long without a kid. I ain't passing up on that opportunity. So there will be no game development or show development during that time. And it's like an 8-hour stretch. It's pretty much all Saturday. So when we go pick her up from camp, I'm going to have to produce the show and get the computer fixed like immediately. It will be an issue. It's what these Saturdays have been. Every Saturday it's been like this, where something happens where I can't do the show in the morning like I always like to, and then it gets pushed and I'm exhausted when it comes time to actually make it. Last week my face was falling off, but I wanted to do it so bad I had to soldier on. This week at least my face isn't falling off, so that helps. God, this thing is going to town. I guess all the code on that one arm was a ton of code. So they're moving all that code to the other arm. Oh, you didn't miss anything. No, I've got one arm working, and we're making the other arm do it at the same time, so that it will grab the item with two hands and yank it out. So yank the fucking axe right out of his skull. And I believe after this change, we may be done with that. Oh, you missed last week's dumpster talk. Like, I had allergies that were really severe, like to the point where I had scabs appearing down here from the amount of rubbing that I'd done on my eyes, undisciplined, of course, because of all the itching from ragweed. It was so bad that it literally looked like someone punched me in the fucking face, and Bite Binge just could not let it go. He wouldn't like forgive it, even though I explained it. He kept on. He didn't go like, "Oh, you're not taking care of yourself," or "Oh, your face looks like shit." That would be funny. No, what he did was blame my lighting and kept on saying that my lights were bad. And I explained to him that my fucking face was damn near falling off and that it was painful. He didn't give a shit. He just kept on saying that my lighting was bad. Stupid asshole. Anyway, I mean, that's the dumbest way to react to that. You could try to make that funny. That's not funny. I guess it is funny now that I think about it, because it's so fucking bizarre of a way to handle that situation where somebody's fucking in pain and explain that they're not going to be looking their best, but they don't give a shit. They're going to do the show anyway because it's what they want to do. And then instead of fucking making fun of the fact that I rubbed my face raw, which is what I would have done to be an asshole in that situation, he blames my fucking lighting on it and thinks that I have some fucking issue where I'm not lighting up the scabs well enough so that we could see them. They're not in HD. Fucking asshole. Anyway, this sure is taking a long goddamn time. There. Shit. I don't want the weekly limit is being approached. We need to change back to the other model. We're going to do that here. All right. Let's see if we got good results or bad results. And then we're going to change the model and hope that the Sonnet model works again. Nothing. No movement. Okay, hold on. I'm going to move. No movement. No movement. No movement. I'm going to pull it, and I'm going to try again. This is not good. It's worse. I checkpointed before it worked, though. All right. See, the Opus interaction thing, it knows what it did. That's the problem. So I want to continue. I'm going to run my Opus down, is what's going to happen. I'm probably going to run my whole Claude account down, and I'm going to get throttled, which is fine. I'll deal with it. I'll do other animations. I have to continue. I want to switch models so bad. They tricked me into switching here by making Sonnet absolutely a gibbering mess this morning. Variable references? I don't think so. If there were variable references that were undefined, there would have been build errors. You dumb. Something's wrong with this thing today. It's rough. It's a rough day to be a Friday developer. This thing hallucinating on me. Talking about variables being undeclared and shit when it's like not the case at all. I'll let you read. I love talking to AI. Usually, it understands me better than people do. It generally is more reliable than people are. It knows more than people do. So there's a lot of advantages for interacting with AI. What I don't like is when I pay for a service from people like this one, and it ends up fucking up because they're not providing the service properly, which is their stupid cloud. This model is not the issue. The model's fine. It's their service that's fucking up because there's people involved. It's the hallucinating is a freaking cloud. None of my AIs hallucinate like this. You know why? I'm hosting them locally. There's no communication errors. There's no fuck ups by people happening. It's human originated. These hallucinations are based on poor service providing. Yeah, dude, I have my own AI. Of course. I have a bunch of them. I'll show you a bunch of them. All right. This whole game runs offline. My game is an offline game with AIs inside of it. While it's doing that, I'll show you. So I've got a bunch of drives, RVC, RVC. Okay, this is not an AI, actually. This is just a, well, it is. There are AI elements. So this AI here runs if I click on this, and it spins up a server that's local, and then I can query it and do things. This AI changes WAV files into whatever voice you want it to be in. Then I have these AIs here, which are run on my computer. I have all of these models. They are all local. I can run this model here. I'm going to load it. And then on this address, I can access it. It's not going to hallucinate because I'm not going to provide poor service to myself. If I ask this thing something, it's going to answer. I can chat with it just like ChatGPT, but I'm responsible, and I'm the only one that has this data or the memory of it, and I control how it interacts. I control what's censored and what isn't censored and what it does. And I can use the API without paying for it. And I can give it to you for free too. So let me just give you an example. Yo, show my chat that you can to me. It still thinks that I want to do translation because I have been working on some translation software. But just one more thing. It doesn't know that. I just know that it is offline. I don't know how I can prove it. I can't, but that's okay. I don't need to prove it. It's running here on this server, and I can locally access it. So it's inside my game. That's what makes these guys talk and make decisions. They're actually AI that I embedded into these dudes. So when they talk and stuff, Wardle, that's what's doing it. The AI is actually controlling. There's multiple AIs piloting different parts of this. Then I also have another AI. It's also offline called Stable Diffusion. And that one creates images. So I have another AI on top of that. And that one's called Audio Forge. And it makes music. So all of this stuff stacks on top of each other, and I've got all of these different elements inside this game, and all of them are offline, and they're all piloting different parts of it. So that's how I'm doing it. And yes, they're mine. They belong to me. And all the pipelines and the control systems belong to me. Everything's open source and or trained personally by me. So it's good. Let's see here what we've got. Try the pickup. Okay, we're running close to the limit. Let's see what's happening here. So you're not seeing any AI control right now while I'm in the game at the moment. You're seeing me with a PlayStation controller. Like, Trump is controlled by an AI right now, but he's not talking. He might talk now because I turned on RVC and I turned on the LLM.
Look at this pathetic excuse for a
going
telephone.
the wrong way.
Frankly, Joe Biden's numbers are terrible. He's letting America downsubscribe now.
When he's facing this way, it's the correct way.
That little bitch is still trying to insult my hat, isn't he? Bipinge, listen up, we need more subscribers to kick this Trump scum out of here.
Look at this loser. He's still clinging to that ridiculous hat. I need more subscribers. I'm going to unleash a fury on Sleepy Joe if they don't come flooding in.
Yeah, I can only do it if I'm facing backwards for some reason.
Why do you always attack Biden?
All right, so yeah, that's why they talk and stuff, because those AIs are active. So those AI servers on my local machine, they weren't running before, which is why nothing was happening. But I just turned them on, and now ByteBinge is harassing them as he does, which is good. No, it's because these AI are watching my Twitch chat, and they're watching for subscribers and for whatever you guys are saying, and they're reacting to it. So that's all the achievements of the last 3 months, and I'm trying to get this stuff serialized so that we can mass produce these characters. And by getting these move sets ironed out, I'm doing that. I am so tempted to use Opus, but I'm going to try the other model because we're very close. I'm going to also go checkpoint reverse. We're so close to this working. You can see that thing going the opposite direction. You can see that I'm going to be having them pulling the weapons out of the embedded skull. I'm so pleased that it's going to work, and I get to move on to them eating food. So here we are. We're going to change it back to default. It's using tokens. Turning it to plan mode, the reason why, I want to force it to tell me this time why it is sometimes pointing the right way and sometimes isn't. I want it to not just try something to guess and check and see if it works, because it loves to do that. And I want it to solve the problem directly if possible this time. We're going to see if we could do it. Getting close to me going to my daughter's lunch, but I will be back after that, probably around 11:40. So let's see, what time is it now? We got about 15 minutes before I leave, and then I'll be back at like 11:40, and then I'll be doing that until 1, and then I'll be out again until 2, and then I'll be doing this again until 5, and then I'll be out for the rest of the day. So that's the schedule of development. It's very Swiss cheesed up, but that'll also help me get some of these usage limits under control, because that's an issue too. Every 5 hours, I'm only allowed to use so much of it. So keeping on Sonnet is part of the key to staying alive in this very expensive development environment that it is. So see, it's only reading now, which is great. And hopefully it's just going to get all of this. All this information. It's great to know that Byte Binge is spending part of his Friday morning watching bum number one develop software. That makes my heart fill with joy that I can provide some entertainment to Byte Binge at a time like this. Oh, you're not doing anything. Are you alive? Come on. Wake up. Don't be lazy and shitty. At least my mouse moves. Oh, we've got builders. And that's in the middle of doing some crap and it's freezing again. Come on, you can do it. This thing has to do a lot of math to solve this problem correctly, because what's going on, unfortunately, is these prefabs, they're both facing this direction right now. This one's usually facing the other direction. So that means that all of its values are negative. They get switched and it gets mirrored. That's how I handle turning, because I was lazy. I probably should not have done that in hindsight, and we will have to eventually fix that. And all of the dependent processes that have been band-aided up to try to deal with the fact that they flip all the time. But they do flip. So that item, when it gets thrown, it goes into a different character. If that character's turn around and it stabs him in the back, and then it flips back to be where it is, the reading on that item is going to change. They should be using absolute values from a world perspective, but it can't do that when it's trying to calculate a vector from the arm. So it needs to calculate the world value out here and the arm value locally here. It's a big mess. It really is. And this one could be flipped too, because this prefab also has the possibility of being turned backwards when the button's pressed. I say it shouldn't even work if you're turned the opposite way, but that's a whole nother thing. I need it to work at all. I want the mechanic to work properly, and then I'll restrict it from being able to do a backhanded pull. Wow, it's taking this long just to come up with a solution. Should I be happy about this? Yes, if I was seeing a token count go up here, but I noticed the token count is strangely absent. And something this model is just not behaving the way it normally does. This normally does not take it this long to do. It is using a bunch of tools, though. 39 has gone up a couple times. But I don't trust that this thing's moving and it's doing anything after what it did today. So let's look at some of the assets that I'm going to be bringing in to this project while we wait, because I get so bored from that thing doing nothing. We bring in some new stuff. We've got some tomatoes, as you can see here. Can I bring in the tomato to see it? Does it let you do that? No, it doesn't. It wants to compile code, of course. Of course it does. It's going to freeze my computer. We've got tomatoes. I've got a desert eagle here, open and closed. Oh, hey, this is better. Hey, now I can see them. This is what I was hoping for. Okay. Yep, I've got a tomato, desert eagle, open and closed. And I've got a bum beer bottle, opened and closed, some bullets and some bullet casings, and a shuriken. These are some potions, this blue potion, and then a set of 9 potions here. So these are going to be new items that are going to get made for the consume command. And this shuriken is obviously going to be for the throw command. We'll get that out there and figure out a way to handle shuriken situation. I must have it. But I mean, that's just going to be the same as any other item. I just put it out there, and then you'll be able to have a shuriken. So that's just me wanting to do that. This tomato, though, I need to make special, and I need to add item attributes to item.cs, and then this deagle here is the challenge. That's going to be needing its own animation to aim, and then it's going to need to use the throw animation with an opposite pointing way, so that the angle points opposite of what the throw is, where the arm is backwards opposite. It's going to have to be forwards to point where it's going to shoot. And then that thing has got to blow off. It's got to have an explosion. It's got to have a really fast bullet. It has to slide back and eject a shell. And all that has to happen in like a second. So that'll be crazy to have happen. It will. All right. All right, so this is what it says. Let's see what it's saying. It needs to be in the world space, applies them as local rotations. I explained this to you guys just while I was talking about this. It is correct. So this is the problem. Use world rotation. Okay, it's not going to use any local values on that. Is that going to wreck anything? I hope not. I think it'll be okay. All right, I approve. Go ahead and do it. It took a long time to figure that out. It is exactly the problem I thought it was. It was using a world environment variable to calculate a local variable within the ARM, and it's so different every time based on the negative value of the flip and the negative value of the flip on the item side as well. I don't think it still is aware that the item itself also is having its value flipped. But if it's only looking at the world position of the item and nothing else about the item, then it doesn't matter whether or not the item's embedded position is flipped or not. That's my thought process on that. I think we aren't going to need to worry about the flipping of the item. Changing from local to rotation, as you can see here, everything is very clear about what it's doing. It's doing exactly what it said it was supposed to do, which is what you want. You don't want service provider problems from Anthropic. Make no mistake, that's exactly what happened this morning. So, can't fool me, I make AIs. But this Claude is still the most superior tool you can use right now. So I do recommend it for now. I don't recommend any yearly plans of any kind for any AI services ever. It just is changing too rapidly to be locked into any kind of service plan with these people. I can't wait for this Sprite library to become out of control. I do keep getting distracted, though. This whole pull the item out thing, which absolutely must happen, is an idea I had during the implementation of the throw item thing that I did not anticipate having. It was just after it stuck in, I wanted to pull it out so bad that it needed to happen. Uh-oh. That is me being responsible. So I have to go. I've got a lunch date. I'll be back at 11:40 to continue development. We'll do this test really fast. I have time to do this test to see whether or not we can end the stream successfully. We will have a quick payoff or no payoff moment here. And then I'll be back at 11:40 for more of this. We're going to get so far today, I can feel it. Please work, you piece of crap. Please fucking work so that I can think good thoughts while I'm eating school lunch. Oh, it reaches the right way.
Excuse for our president,
yes,
Joe Biden.
good enough
He's just
for now.
There, completely useless. Subscribe to my
I'm
channel
so
now.
pleased.
I'll personally take care of him. Believe me.
Are you reaching the right way? You are. You are.
That
going.
bitch Trump is
You're
trying
reaching
to
the right
distract
way.
us with some bullshit about
I need to
all.
make
I'm
the.
focused
I
on
need to
keeping
enforce
his
some
telephone
limits.
running smoothly and getting those subscriptions.
Oh,
so we can
I
finally
love it.
keep
Okay, I got it to work, guys. Fucking A. I'll see you in a bit. Peace.